Ukraine has been employing the Army Tactical Missile System, also known as the TACM, in the use of anti-missile targets in the occupied Ukrainian territory. These missiles have been used to strike air bases in the occupied Crimean Peninsula and military positions in the Zaporizhzhia region. However, the United States had previously condemned Ukraine for employing these long-range missiles inside Russia until now. The Lockheed Martin ballistic missiles, among the most powerful provided to Ukraine, have a range of up to 300 kilometers, which translates to around 186 miles. A shift in U.S. policy reportedly comes in response to the recent deployment of North Korean troops to support Russia in the Kursk border region, where Ukraine has held territory since August. First, let's consider the M777 howitzer. While it is a cost-effective artillery system, it has a relatively limited range of just 25 miles, which is approximately 400 kilometers. This makes it effective for battlefield operations, but restricts its reach to targets closer to the front lines. Next, we have the HIMARS, or High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. This system effectively doubles the range of the M777 howitzer, extending its reach to about 50 miles, which is approximately 80 kilometers. Finally, we come to the TACM's Army Tactical Missile System. The TACM significantly outclasses both the howitzer and HIMARS in terms of range, capable of striking targets up to 190 miles, approximately 300 kilometers away. First, we have the Soviet-era T-34. This is a towed artillery system with a range of approximately 40 miles, which is around 22 kilometers. Next, we have the Russian self-propelled artillery gun. This system employs a move-and-shoot strategy, allowing it to quickly reposition after firing, making it harder to target. Moving further up the range spectrum, we have the BM-30 Smerch Multiple Launch Rocket System. It can deliver powerful sounds with a range of only 5 miles, which is around 70 kilometers. Finally, Russia holds a significant advantage with the Kinzhal missile. This missile can be launched from the ground or air, typically from fighter jets, and boasts an extraordinary range of approximately 2,000 kilometers or almost 1,200 kilometers. This missile was designed to operate from two platforms, HIMARS and MLRS. HIMARS carries one missile beam, whereas the M270 carries a two-section pod. Step 1. The Lockheed C-5 Galileo aircraft transports the MLRS to a designated safe location. Once loaded, it can be rolled on and off this aircraft and becomes operational in 15 minutes of landing. Step 2. The crew unloads the MLRS along with the reloader and launcher. Step 3. The battalion travels nearly 70 kilometers to launch this missile. Step 4. The control and command center designate targets to be destroyed. In high-threat situations, the MLRS utilizes a chute with scope capability to enhance crew and platform survivability. Ukraine's invasion of the Russian Kursk region. Ukraine needs this long-range missile because they had invaded the Russian Kursk region by cutting through a small town in Syzran. Ukrainian strategy and tactics. Shifting the tide on the battlefield, the Ukrainian forces, instead of attacking head-on, execute this invasion by maneuvering around heavily defended checkpoints. The Russians experienced a complete intelligence failure regarding the Ukrainians. For the last 2 months, Ukrainian troops have been slowly amassing. Concentration of force strategy. The Ukrainians employed one of the most tried and tested strategies, concentration of force. Comparison of military strength. Approximately 800,000 Russian soldiers were stationed along the borders, waiting for the right moment to launch an offensive. Russia had 1,120,000 active soldiers ready for combat, supported by a reserve force of 2 million. Supplementing this core military strength were 250,000 paramilitary units adding a formidable layer of defense to the nation. Meanwhile, Ukraine maintained a strong military presence with 900,000 active soldiers. In reserve, 1,200,000 citizens stood ready to defend their homeland, bolstered by 100,000 paramilitary units, all prepared for the challenges ahead. The Russian army is currently focused on closing the gap with Bobchins, a strategic area that plays a crucial role in the military objectives. The primary aim of the Russian forces is to secure the territory by indirectly connecting with the surrounding region. In response, Ukrainian forces launch an attack, which according to Russian sources began in the early morning with an exceptional success. This is to mechanize Ukrainian troops, which reportedly crossed the border through this narrow area, initiating a counteroffensive. The primary structure of this weapon is substantial, with the standard model weighing approximately 500 kilograms, which translates to over 50 tons. The most crucial component of the glide bomb is the Unified Glide and Correction Module. It has probably the Russians' closest guidance system, the Unmanned Combat Unit, the UMPK Glide Kit, which ensures the desired trajectory and accuracy during deployment. Additionally, the tail stabilizer is an essential part of this glide weapon. The heart of the bomb is the fuse adapter, a critical component that houses the true perfection of a glider. Positioned immediately behind the fuse adapter is the auxiliary booster, which plays a vital role in the activation of the TPG bomb. The Sukhoi Su-34, NATO reporting, made fullback is a Soviet-origin Russian twin-engine, all-weather supersonic medium-range fighter bomber or strike aircraft. Step 1. Sukhoi fighter jets can approach a target closely, staying just outside the range of enemy air defense systems. Step 2. As soon as the pilot flips the switch, the bomb is released. The safety pin is pulled by gravity and the boom is released. Step 3. Initially, the fuse is locked down. Once the bomb is safely away from the fighter bomber, the fuse adapter is removed, transforming the bomb into a glide weapon. Step 4. The wings can make small, precise adjustments to the flight guided by the GLONASS Russian equivalent GPS, directing the bomb to the pre-assigned launcher in the last designated target area.